Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Unique. This is your host, Dr. Akudo Ehirim, and for today's show, we're going to be talking about the face of cancer in our community. So many viewers wrote in asking Unique to deal on this issue. In the studio today, we have a cancer survivor, Miss Robin Wright.
Hello, everyone.
In the audience again, we have Dr. Mrs. Angie Ubosi.
Good evening, everyone.
And in the studio again, we have Mrs. Beverly Veren.
Hello, viewers.
So today we are going to deal with this topic. Wherever you are, call a friend, call family members, sit down and watch this show because knowledge is power. Once we have the knowledge, we can do whatever we can with it. But first of all, we have to get the knowledge. So before we go any further, I'm going to throw out a question. Give me your personal views. Who do you think cancer affects? In your own opinion, who do you think? Does it mind the race, geographical location, age, gender? Who do you think it affects? Beverly?
I think cancer affects everyone.
Okay.
No one is exempt.
Okay. Robin?
I think more or less like Beverly that it has no prejudice. It from babies to elder, no particular race. It just affects people all over the world.
Yep. Dr. Obosi, what are your views on that?
It's that cancer can affect anybody from children to adults and old. But the thing is, what is the issue that brought about? Why is it that some people have cancer and others don't?
Good. Good. That's an important. Can you highlight on that a little bit before we go further?
There are many people that don't consider the fact that your environment, what you eat, what you drink, your level of stress, your level of relationship with your God that helps you to deal with daily activities of the life, the type of drinks you have. Like people drink a lot of what I call colored water, which is very acidic. And the fact that we're not paying attention to the level, everything about life or health has something to do with balancing.
Exactly. Yes. That's true. Balancing it, because we tend to overdo things. When we try to eat something, we overdo it. When we try to drink something, we overdo it. Human beings have a problem with balance. We don't know when to say, okay, this is enough. This is okay. So before we get back to that, like I said before, we have a survivor in our midst, Miss Robin. Miss Robin, I hope you don't mind. Can you tell the viewers out there, when were you diagnosed? How did it come about? What did you notice about yourself?
Well, what really made me focus on it, I normally do my breast check once a month, but I had got a little relaxed and I was doing it once every other month.
Okay.
On a Sunday, October the 7th, we were at hospice. I have an older sister that was suffering from lung cancer.
Okay.
We were all called down and we knew that it was time for her to expire. Yes, so we went down and she expired, and when I got home from visiting her at the hospice center, I said, you know what, I didn't do my breast check this month, so I decided that I would just do my breast check at that particular time. And ironically, I found a lump in my left breast.
Wow.
And I called my husband and I said, could you check, do you feel something in my left breast? He said, yeah, I feel a lump. I said, okay, I have a lump in my left breast. When I go to work tomorrow, I'll call and make a doctor's appointment. I got to work Monday. I called the doctor's office and I was telling the nurse that I found a lump in my left breast. And could I make an appointment to come in? And she said, no, you don't need to make an appointment. You need to come
right
immediately. So she made arrangements for me to come on my lunch break to come to the doctor's office so that she could check, the doctor could check the lump in my breast. And from there, it's like everything just went full speed ahead. From there, which that Monday, October the 8th, I went to the doctor's office. I got checked. From there, he recommended that I go down to the Doris Shahan Breast Center at Piedmont Center for biopsy. And from there,
You just went from
it went full speed.
You see, and I like what you said about you do your examination once every month. Then you started slacking.
Yes.
And that is the problem. Most of us take it for granted. Self-examination is very important because you know your breast.
Yes.
You know when something is not right with you. You can feel it.
Exactly.
Please, once you find something, don't wait to go to work. Don't wait for somebody to tell you, guys, please get up and go. We are blessed. We are in a country where their medical treatment is the top. They are right there on top. Exactly. Go out there and get help. There are places you can go to get help. Go to your doctor, go to a cancer center, tell your doctor something is not right and get. What saved you was you went. And They saw it, and from there you went. Now, when you got this news about having cancer, how did it affect your family? How did it affect your family and friends around you?
Well, you know what? Some of my family members took it well, but I have an older sister and my husband, they had a very hard time accepting it because my husband was thinking along the line, you know, oh my goodness, what am I going through? You know, I cannot deal with this. And I'm like, you really don't have anything to deal with because it's not about you right now. It's about me. I have the lump. I'm the one got to have cancer surgery, and I did have a lumpectomy, and I had 2 lymph nodes removed from my left arm. So I'm trying to understand, why are you in such an uproar? Because your life is not taking a change. You're not having your body invaded, you know, by this lump and by all this. It was new to me too, and I don't understand how it's affecting you so that you can't deal with what I'm going through. You know, I needed him to be very supportive for me instead of him feeling like,
exactly.
Which I thought was a little selfish and self-centered at that particular time, because I felt like I needed his support more than ever. But by the grace of God, I did have family and wonderful friends that God put in my life to help me go through what I went through and what I'm continually going through.
And you know, like you said, sometimes our loved ones don't come close. They are scared because seeing somebody you love in that much pain, sometimes it scares them too. Okay? Miss Beverly, your father died of lung cancer. When he was diagnosed, how did it affect your family?
Yes, my dad passed. It's been over 20 years now. And thank God we were adults when it happened. So it didn't really take a great toll as far as, you know, younger children in the house. However, all of the children dealt with it differently. Everybody's different.
Everybody's
different. You're gonna have some that want to talk about it, some that don't want to talk about it. My mom, she was probably the one that took it the hardest.
Yeah, because that was her husband.
That she's been there since day one. She's known him longer. He had already retired, so it didn't take a great financial toll
on you guys.
And you know, all of us were there to support as well. But I would say the greatest effect is that it had was him not being there. He was a very humorous person. That's where I got my sense of humor. And just not having
that person he was there, but he wasn't really there.
Just trying to deal with knowing that he won't be back to any functions, family reunions, gatherings. Just coming to grips with knowing he won't be back. He won't be back to sit in his favorite chair. You know.
And you know, some other people have had, like I told you guys, a lady was trying to tell me that her friend thought cancer is contagious. There are people out there that think because you have cancer, I can't come close to you. Dr. Obasi, what do you have to say about that? What do you tell those people out there? Is cancer contagious? Is this something you can get by visiting somebody or something you can get by touching somebody?
I don't think so. There are many ways to look at cancer. first of all, we have to think prevention is better than cure.
Cure, that's true.
And also, we have to also know everything starts with us. That's what we call healthy cell, which is the beginning of healing. If you have a healthy cell, you have a healthy tissue, you have a healthy organ, healthy body, those things will not happen. And how does this come about? This comes about by, I will refer you to what I call a mentor or father in nutrition, Dr. Bernard Jensen.
Okay.
He has what you call 9 dietary laws. I will mention a few of them for time factor purposes. In it, it tells you the food you have to eat should be fresh and also lively, radiant, colorful. And then you ask yourself, what you're doing now, is it in that line? That will tell you how far away you're going from the point. Secondly, the food you have to eat has to have, like daily, every food you eat is by 20% acidic and 80% alkaline. In America, it looks like we're eating 90% acidic and maybe less than 10% alkaline. So you see where we go astray. And then we look at it as epidemic or some cause in the family.
But it's what we are putting inside our body.
And the way we put it, the utensils you use in cooking, the environment you have. Remember also, look at it. Every day, the fresh food you eat, which is vegetable, will be 60% fresh. You can juice it, you can sprout it, you can ferment it. But 80%, and you can eat it as salad, 80% is fresh daily. Are you doing that? Then you look at it. You have to look at, I'm just trying to tell you how we come about it. 60% of what you eat every day should be vegetable, and then 20% will be carbohydrate, 10% will be protein, and 10% will be fruit. And many people eat fruit. It's not bad not to eat fruit, but look at it. And the point is, this is our predecessor who studied nutrition to the highest level. He has this for us. Go to any school, you won't see that type of book or that type of information, which is the cruise of health. That you eat a lot of vegetables, you reduce acidity. Point I'm making is, okay, look at it. If your body is very acidic, you are creating an environment that favors cancer, diabetes, arthritis, high blood pressure, weight gain, and rheumatoid arthritis, and all what. Many other. I just mentioned few. But this will tell you, these are conditions. Remember, I call it conditions you've created because of the way you eat. Remember, one of the conditions is what? Cancer. So do you see how we create cancer? How are we eating? How are we drinking? Not only to say, most of us, we drink soft drink. And what is soft drink? Acidic. Oh, some of us say, I drink juice. Go and read your label. You see, 30 grams sugar.
That's true. And most of them have, they will say like 10% real juice. That's all you see on it.
I'm just trying to point out.
90%.
Exactly.
So you have to eat, and then the most important is food combination. You do not eat vegetables. You eat vegetables with protein. But here, the standard American diet, we spell FAD, says that, which we know hamburger is like protein on starch or carbohydrate, which is no-no. And the point is that when you eat protein, the vegetable is alkaline. It neutralizes the acidity in the protein. Any proteinous food, doesn't matter if you eat fish, the byproduct is acidic. So if you look at this, it depends on what we give out there in the public, and everybody can quote many names, many big medical drugs, many big medical terminology. But the bottom line is what you eat, what you drink, what you think, how you live your life, how you understand that all these things have a lot to do with your life. There are three basic things, three essence that make a human being. The physical, mental, and spiritual. These things need to be nourished, integrated, and balanced to have a whole being. But we always go about, some people are so much after physical, and they eat anything they see on the TV, or they eat anything that will not eat them first.
Wow. Can you please explain that a little bit? You said they will eat anything that will not eat them first. Please explain that to us. Explain that to the viewers, because please, because that's why we are here. They can eat anything that will not eat them. Can you explain that?
Once it tastes good, smells good, look good, they don't check what is the side effect. They don't check what it's made of, and they eat it. It may not kill them right away, but it goes at work. Now, you have different systems in our body. It starts damaging them, making their functions to be less effective, and then when they start shutting down, you have what is called degenerative disease, because everything is shutting down. Everything, and it's giving up. And the next thing that matters so much is your colon. 98% of our diseases come, 98%, 98 come from dirty colon. Who talks about colon unless you have colon cancer?
Right.
But that's the basic thing you need to do in order to be healthy. It's a basic principle. Remember, we have like homeostasis in our body. Like you know, medically, if you're sick, the first thing the doctor will check is your blood pressure, your temperature, all this, because it's homeostatic. When your body is balanced, all those things will be all right.
All right. Wow.
Why is it that majority of us are having high blood pressure and it's never cured? Because they give you medication, they never tell you to stop eating what you're eating that is causing it.
Right. There you go.
Right. Exactly.
There you go. And that is the problem we're having. You will see somebody that said, just like you said, you have high blood pressure. They put you on medication. After 3 years, maybe they start you with 5 milligrams. After 4 years, they take it to 10 milligrams. Maybe after 1 year, it's 20 milligrams. By the time you're done, you are on 50 milligrams. But the truth is that nobody tells us, hey, stop eating like this. It's just like you hit a child and then you tell a child not to cry. It's not possible. We are putting stuff in our body and then we're telling ourselves, oh, the medicine is going to cure us. But we have, it's like you said,
a lifestyle
change.
Exactly.
A lifestyle change.
A lifestyle change.
You know? So let's get back to you with cancer. What course of treatment did you take? Did you go through chemo, radiation? What did you do?
I went through chemo and radiation. And now if I would have talked to the holistic doctor first, I would have made a different choice. But by me choosing the route that I took to cure the cancer, now I'm having problems with side effects. Like I have neuropathy, which is nerve damage from the chemo. From the chemo, and I've also had problems with my left eye. I had started to lose the vision in it due to the chemo.
So chemo will help you, but it damages,
a lot of other healthy nerves in your body that you need to function properly. And it's just that I think I'll probably have longer problems with the after effects. And as you can see, I'm searching for words to even hold conversation because it also destroyed a certain part of my memory bank. Yes, so I can't have normal conversation because I'm always searching for the right words because I don't have my memory bank. And as I told you before, I was an early learning teacher. I'm the person that normally teach children and help them find unique techniques how to learn. Now it's like I'm having to retrain myself
because of chemo.
Due to the chemo and the side effects from it messing with my memory bank.
So with your dad, what course did he take? Did he go through chemo? Did he go through radiation? What did he do?
He went through the radiation.
Okay. Did it affect him in any way? Side effects, stuff like that?
I think he cut his hair before it started coming out. He just went on and cut it down. Of course, weight loss.
Weight loss.
He was already very small, but he did experience weight loss. very, weak.
Is it true that they are very temperamental, with mood swings when you're going through chemo? Does it affect your mood? Some
Well,
people
you know
tell
what?
me they
I
get
think
very angry, easily irritated and stuff they snap at anything. Is it true?
Well, due to a nurse at the facility that I was taking treatment, she told me not to eat off of silverware.
Oh,
because, and so I never really had the problem that a lot of cancer patients have with the metallic taste, not being able to hold your food down, throwing up, and a lot of problems that comes along with
Because
taking chemo. I didn't have, because from day one, I knew not to eat off of metallic utensils, and I've been eating off plasticware ever since. So I've never really had the abundance of weight loss, and a lot of people always told me you don't look like you have cancer. Even when my head was bald from losing all of my hair. Like I was telling you, 5 months ago, I didn't have not one strand of hair on my head. And people were still saying that I didn't look like I had cancer, and I was trying to think, how are you supposed to look when you have cancer? And that's because
that's the $1 million question. How
exactly,
are you supposed to
how
look?
are you supposed to look? But when I went to a Cancer Society ball and I saw a lot of other people that had been diagnosed with cancer at the same time I had, and the difference in their appearance and my appearance, I could say, oh,
now you get it.
Now I get it, how I'm supposed to look. And by the grace of the good Lord, and one of the best medical teams that I can say that worked personally for me, Piedmont Hospital Cancer Treatment Center, it did wonders for me.
For you. And you said something, and the same thing you said about a nurse told you not to eat from metallic utensils, to take out the metallic test. Dr. Ubosi said something when she was talking. She said the kind of things we eat from. She said that. Can you highlight a little bit on that? So that goes to prove what the nurse told you was the truth. Exactly.
The kind of utensils we use in cooking has a lot to do with the level of iron in our body. Many people use, what do you call this, iron pot?
Iron pot, yeah.
Yes. What do you call it?
Cast
iron.
Yes, cast iron.
And when you're cooking and using spoon or whatever you use to stir, it goes into the food.
Wow.
So you are adding a lot of, like there is a therapy or program that people cut their hair and you send it for analysis. From it can tell how much of minerals you have. And know that the metal you're feeling and what I'm thinking, I don't know why she told you that, but what I'm thinking is that no, the chemo has a lot of metallic stuff in it.
Already.
Yes.
So it will attract. Add
an extra.
Exactly. So, but one of the good things is that in holistic approach, as much as this type of modality has been suppressed and not highlighted,
not recognized.
Yes, there are many products now in the market to reduce metallic toxin.
Wow.
One of the ways to deal with this is make sure you use stainless steel pot in cooking. When you use stainless pot, because iron or aluminum, they are not good metals to be in your body. Hence, many people at a younger age develop arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and all whatnot. But what I'm trying to point out is they talk about chemo, which is okay. And that's what the current society embraces for healing. But in holistic approach, I would suggest that people will look into their day-to-day living. Make sure their colon is clean. When I say colon is clean, you have to have like 3 bowel movements a day. 3 good bowel movements a day. And that means you have to have a lot of fiber.
For you to do that.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
And 35 grams of fiber is very important. 35 grams. And also you have to have a lot of water. You have to eat a lot of vegetables. You have to make sure your blood is clean. For you to have good bowel movement, you also have to deal with what you drink. If the flora in your colon or your stomach is out of balance, due to the fact you eat a lot of bread, you eat a lot of, drink a lot of sugary things. And the worst of all is not only sugar, any sweet thing, but sugar. Why sugar is like poison to me.
Wow.
You see? So these are things you can avoid. And another program you can look into is clean your colon, clean your blood. Make sure you take some once in a while. Some people do it 3 times a year. Detoxify yourself from parasites.
Detox is very important.
Detoxification, because like I said, if your cell is healthy, you can't be sick.
That's true.
All is because we poison ourselves, and then we
Yes.
turn around and say,
We're sick.
what happened?
So you're trying to tell us it's a chain reaction. Once you don't have healthy cells, you're not going to be a healthy person. It's automatically, it just follows. But if we can try to keep ourselves healthy, eat right, exercise right, detox, all the things we need to
stress.
do,
Right.
reduce stress. That's where we're going to next now. Reduce stress. You're trying to tell us that that is the whole general view of health. If you can do all these things from your presentation, you will be a healthy person. Cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, whatever sickness cannot have a ground to breed. There is just like we create the soil, we put the manure, and then we plant the seed, and it begins to grow. And it can be
It's already
cancer.
there.
It's already there.
It's already
And
there.
yes,
You just give them chance
you
to
just give
grow.
them chance to grow. So let's talk about stress. We have talked about nutritional side of it. How does stress affect us? You know, health-wise, how does it affect us? Give us your own opinion about that.
Adrenal is the organ that deals with stress, and most of the time we shock it and kill it before even it starts being strong to help us by the amount of sugar and sweet things we take, by amount of coffee or stimulants we take, because stimulants agitates it. Many people drink cold water, it shocks it. Most of the time, the water we drink should be room temperature. We should reduce the amount of sugar we have. We need to take nourishing things to nourish adrenal. And then the world we're living now is very stressful. Like we know the economy that is affecting people, losing their house, losing everything.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
know that many
It's a lot of
people
stress.
who had lived alone or by themselves are moving back home in order to survive. And they deal with people talking to them the way they're not used to. They deal with
The laughter, the mockery, you
Yes.
know, it's a lot out there.
But then the medicine there or approach is your religion or your faith. Because if you're a Christian, for example, and you read your Bible and you see where the Bible says we are the branches and God is the tree. If you attach yourself to God and pray and continue daily focusing and believing, remember what you believe is what you manifest in your life.
Exactly.
You may be praying, God help me, but in your mind you say, I don't think this will work. That one has cancelled the prayer. So you have
It's
to.
all about faith.
Right.
It's all about what you
Right.
believe in.
Exactly.
It's all about what you believe in. Because if I believe that I'm sick right now, but if I can get a glass of water, pray over it and drink it, I'll feel better. I promise you it works like magic.
Exactly.
You will do it. But even if Jesus Christ come down and give me a glass of water and say, drink, my daughter, if I don't believe it, I will drink it and still look at him and say, I'm still sick. You know, it's all about faith, and it's the
Right.
power of the mind. Is what you believe. You know,
Exactly.
is what you believe. So,
Exactly.
like she said, can you say a little bit about stress, Robin? Well, how do you think we live in a society where hustling, bustling, we are busy on the way, work, do this, that, we never rest? How do you think it affects us as people?
Oh, you know, our body is not designed to handle stress. And that's like the doctor was saying, it tears down your immune system and it allows disease and germs and bacteria to set in and make us sick. But my thing is that, number one, I'm too blessed to be stressed.
I like that.
I am too blessed to be stressed. So when I was diagnosed with cancer, I'm like, okay, I may have cancer, but cancer don't have me.
I like that. I might have cancer,
But it
cancer
it doesn't
not
have me. So by the grace of God and an excellent medical team, I just had to jump on the bandwagon and figure out, okay, what can I do to correct this instead of sitting around feeling sad like, oh, why me, why me, why not me?
Why not me? Exactly.
Why not me? Okay, this is
because it can
what
happen to anybody.
to anybody. Think about the babies that come in the world that have it. That even at least I've had a chance to live and enjoy life some, but the babies that come in the world
They haven't
that
done
have it, they
anything.
haven't had a chance to do anything. So why not me? So I didn't question God. Why me? I'm like, okay, Lord, what do I need to do to get through this journey?
That's true. So Beverly, what do you think about stress? How do you think as a person, you're an educator, how does it affect you? Going into that classroom with 22, 25, 30 kids, sometimes it's too much. You're dealing with the children, you're dealing with the parents, you're dealing with school administrators, you're dealing with CRCT, you're dealing with testing. It's like, whoo! Can somebody give me a break?
Right.
How do you take that break? How do you tell yourself, hey, I'm not going to stress myself out?
Yes. Again, it starts with the mind. You know, you have to think, okay, change the things that you can change. The things that you can't change, let it go. Do the very best that you can do, because stress is a killer. And there's stresses and pressures of life, you know, in the classroom as well as home, in the community, in the neighborhood, families.
Everything.
Is stress, you know, where can we go and get away from stress? So what you have to do is take some time out for you. You have to know when it's time to have that time out. You have to relax. I like what she said about detoxing. Go in and detox, get all the poisons out of your system. Have some time where you can sit and relax. Have some me time.
Me time.
Have some vacation
And that's
time.
one thing we don't do.
We don't
Me
do enough
time.
of it. We
Me
don't
time.
do enough of it.
We don't do enough of it.
You know, we, like you said, we have the hustle and bustle. We're running here.
Everything.
We were working 8+ hours a day. Then we got to come home and deal with our families and, you know, being a mother and a parent and a wife. It's just nonstop.
It's nonstop.
So you have to, at some time, remember, we're all getting older.
We're not anymore.
Okay?
We're not younger
You
anymore.
have to take care of this body.
Right.
You have to do the proper things that it takes. And you say, look, I'm not going to allow myself to be stressed. That the things that I can do, I would do that. Do it, then it's not worth it.
It's not worth
And
it.
I would advise all women to take time for you.
Exactly.
Because we're caregivers, we're mothers.
We're
That's what we
mothers.
do.
We're mothers, we're this, we do a lot. And because we do a lot, sometimes we're stressed. There was a lady I was speaking to, she told me, she said, hey, guess what? I joined a club. I'm like, oh my God, which club is that? She said, oh, I belong to the I don't care club. I don't care what it is. I don't care what is going on. I said, I'm like, so how do you do that? She said, I just wake up in the morning, I do my prayers, and I tell myself, hey, I don't care.
I like that. I like that club.
I like that too.
I like
And
that
then
club.
she said she just goes. She said because one thing you will understand in life is that everything happens for a reason.
It
I
does.
tell God to give me the grace to change the things I can change.
Yes.
And then to accept the ones I cannot accept.
Exactly.
And because I believe that I have a father who is out looking out for me, I know he got my back.
Yes.
So
I know that's
somehow
right.
he got my back.
Yes.
That's
so
my
I
saying.
just do what I need to do and then believe that, hey,
Exactly.
somebody got my back.
Exactly.
And because he got my back, I'm covered.
Yes.
Just like we all have medical insurance. And then you say, oh, you're covered. He got our
God
back.
got
We are
us.
covered.
You have to believe.
Firm
You have to
believer.
believe that. And we have to, like you said, I love what you said about taking time for me. Sometimes we think it's a punishment to take time for us. We feel guilty.
Yes.
We feel guilty sitting back and saying, hey, I'm just going to relax today. We
Exactly.
feel guilty like,
Exactly.
oh, Lord, I should be out there doing this. I should be out there doing that.
Seeing
No.
about everybody except yourself. And you know what? Being a cancer survivor, it took me getting cancer to realize that. I made the time to take care of everybody in my family except myself. And like I told them, 2014 is my year.
Okay,
You just
thank
do
you.
you, and
And
I'm
I'll do
going
me.
to do me.
Exactly.
And I'm going to show them how it's done.
How it's done.
Taking care of me.
Okay.
That's
and you
right.
said something too. You said since you You have been a survivor now for 1 year, right?
Yes.
And you said you did what you call a lifestyle change.
Exactly.
So what did you change about you? Did you change how you eat? What did you change about you?
I changed my whole lifestyle, the way I eat, the way I take care of myself. You know, like she said, eliminating, like the doctor said, eliminating a lot of things in your diet that you enjoy eating, but they don't enjoy taking care of your body. You got to take care of your body so it can take care of you. If you take care of your body is going to take care of you. But if you putting garbage into it, because 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. It's garbage because we're not eating the proper amounts of nutritional food that we need to do to stay healthy. So I said I just can't all of a sudden make a change and just start changing. So I'm not going to make a change. I'm going to change my lifestyle. So it's a new way of living, getting up in the morning and doing exercises. And I have to, like, cancer leaves your body with a lot of inflammation. So that's when the holistic way step in.
Yes.
I drink my glass of hot lemon water, and I do my organic apple cider vinegar, and I do a fresh fruit, and I even do green. Believe it or not, I do green for breakfast now. Whoa. Which I normally didn't do, and I used to skip breakfast a lot, which is not healthy because your body needs fuel so it can carry you throughout the day. And I try to make sure I get 3 nutritional meals, and I try to stop eating at 7 o'clock to give my body time to cleanse and process what I put inside it, and drink 8 glasses of water a day. And not so many. Lord knows I love sweet tea. Oh my goodness, that's like a sin. You know, that's a Southern girl thing. Yes. That sweet tea, oh my goodness, that was like, oh gosh.
But you had to stop.
That was like people who can't give up smoking. Yeah. I'm like, sweet tea.
Sweet alcoholic.
Yes! And I don't even have to have dessert, but sweet tea.
You had to have it.
Sweet tea. Wow. And I know I have addictive behavior because I'm like, I can do everything but sweet tea.
They should leave your sweet tea for you,
Look,
please.
just let me get the sweet tea. I'll stop doing some other things that I don't need to do, but don't make me give a Southern belle give up the sweet tea. Oh my goodness.
And is it Lipton?
Oh.
Okay, let's go back to Dr. Ubasi. She said something about exercise. What are your views on exercise? Because some of us, it's so hard. You decide you're going to do exercise January 1 every year. You go register at the gym, tell them to take it from your Visa card. You go the first week, you go the second week, you go the third week, the fourth week, you said, okay, I can skip this week. By the time you know it, it's January 1 again, and you're back again to be a member. Exactly. So tell us a little bit about exercise. How important is it to us?
Exercise is good. It doesn't have to be strenuous. And what it is resolution. Your resolution should be daily, follow the 9 dietary law.
Exactly.
And take a little exercise. Tarpaulin, jumping on the tarpaulin is more effective because it deals with the lymph node and drains it. One basic thing that I feel seriously from my practice that affects us badly is we eat too much, we put too much, we don't get it out.
That's the truth.
We don't take anything out, we add
everything, but we never take anything out.
Look at it, you are sick. Instead of you to figure out, okay, I have constipation, let me clean it out. You take something to stop the pain.
That's true. Wow.
But what I'm going to say here is pain is a signal to tell you something is going wrong. Yes. You don't stop it. Or even if you try to stop it, find out why. Wow. It's a signal. It's
because even if you stop it, it might come back again. Because you have not figured out why the pain is there.
It may not, yes, it can come back or it comes back worse. Or doesn't come back, but the condition gets worse. So it's very important to find out why did it happen, what is it telling you, what is going wrong. Do you clean your colon? Are you stressed because sometimes we're hungry? but we're not hungry for food. Some
That's
people
true.
are hungry for love. Some people are hungry.
And then they fill it up with food. You on something, doctor? Keep
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm wondering if she's looking inside me.
So some people are hungry for love. Some people are hungry for water. Some people are hungry for God. Some people are hungry for sincerity. Our society needs to be changed. We need to work on our community. Sometimes we do not care until it happens to us.
Exactly.
You remember there was a time you can leave your door open and go anywhere, everywhere you want to and come back, your house is safe. The society needs to change.
You're right.
We should not start.
The whole mind frame needs to change.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the system needs to change because how is it? It's just like people say, every man's business is no man's business.
Exactly.
And if you say the truth, they get after you.
Exactly.
Say the
Right.
truth anyway. Like what we're saying now is not popular, but we're saying the truth.
The truth, exactly.
Look into what you're eating. Look into what you're thinking. Look into
stress level. Look into
Exactly.
that, and then we'll talk about. And you know, there's something you said that is very important, and which most of the time we don't want to be honest about it. Some of us are hungry for food. Some of us are hungry for water.
love.
Some of us are hungry for love.
For love.
For love. We want somebody to love us.
Yes.
And because nobody is loving us, but our fridge is loving us. Because
Eat,
Kroger
eat.
is loving us.
Yes.
Because grocery is loving us. And then we
Yes.
begin to pile it on. And then we eat
Exactly.
and eat and eat, and there is no limit.
Exactly.
And then some people are, even this exercise, she says something, it doesn't have to be strenuous. Some people, when they start exercise, they get also addicted to it. Some people
Right.
go to the gym 3 hours every day, Monday through Sunday. And the day they don't go, it's like something has been taken away from them.
Right.
It's all about balance, like
Exactly.
she said.
Exactly.
It's all about balance.
And when I say exercise, I didn't mean joining the gym, because I know that is not me totally. I'm not joining the gym. I
Just
get up
do
in the
little.
morning, I do my stretch. Yoga's is better exercise than working out in the gym or doing anything, because it's a frame of mind. And it gives you time to meditate and to use muscles that I normally wouldn't use. So I'm learning to love me, my whole self, my inner self, so my outer self and inside self can be healthier.
Healthy. And you know, like you said, some of us, we love ourselves outside
Right.
by what we wear
And how we look.
and how we look.
And how we
And then
Makeup.
everything is good with our makeup and everything. We're picture perfect.
yes.
But inside. And she said something too I liked. She said, when you're going through this, society doesn't care. You might think, oh, she has cancer. That's okay. Guys, let us go out there and be brother keeper. Let us go and be each other's brother's keeper. Go out there and care for your neighbor that
love
is not
thy
looking
neighbor
well.
as you love yourself.
That's your sister that is
Firm
not
believer.
looking good in church. Hello, how are you doing? Has helped so many people.
Yes.
How are you doing, sister?
Yes.
You sure? Are you okay? It has helped a lot of people. But we don't even take the time to do that because we are so busy.
Yes.
We are so busy going and going. You have not even noticed that that sister doesn't look right. You have not even noticed that sister doesn't walk right anymore.
Right.
And that sister is there going through cancer, going through any kind of sickness, and all she's waiting, she's feeling like nobody loves her because nobody is saying, sister, hang in there, we're praying for you. Sister, you can beat this. Sister, you can do this. That can change a person's life. Words of encouragement can change a person's life. You just have to reach out. Don't be too consumed in yourself.
Right.
It's not all about you.
Right.
Together, we can make a difference. But we have to come together and be each other's keeper. Look out for each other. If you know you like to exercise and that your neighbor doesn't like to exercise, grab her.
Invite
Hey,
her.
let's
Right.
go to the gym. Let's go walking. Let's go do a little bit of jumping jack. Oh, you have a trampoline, like she said. Come on, let's jump on it for 15 minutes.
Right.
You see your sister, she's piling all the junk and eating. Sister, you know, we can talk about salad, but you have to be very careful how we say it. You
Yes.
can't come to somebody in McDonald's that
In a
is your friend
negative way.
eating hamburger and you say, hey, you're stuffing yourself with that, you're going to be fat. Oh,
That makes
that's
them
a
feel
fight
bad.
about to come.
Yes. Yes.
You have to know the approach. Even the Bible says we correct in love.
Right.
You have to correct me in a way that I feel is
Right.
not negative, but is
Right.
constructive. You love me enough to give me advice, but don't make it look like you're condemning me and judging me. People don't want to be judged. People
You're
don't want to
right.
be condemned. Say it in a loving way, say it in a decent way, and let us please support system. Let us support each other. Let us support each other. Yes.
What my husband used to do at first when he started doing it kind of bothered me because these were strangers. He used to have cookouts in the yard, and he still do it with all cause the neighborhood that we live in, I was raised not far from there, and I didn't want to move out of the neighborhood because my thing is, it's not where you live, it's what type of household you have. And then when you're a child of God and you living in a house and you invite God in your house and his presence is there, it don't make a difference what's going on around you. It's he give cookouts and invite the neighborhood people to come and eat. And I'm talking about these are people that you can tell that they're either alcoholics living on the street or either they're drug addicts going through some things and stuff. And I told them it's fine, but you can't allow them inside the house because you know they'll steal and do things. But he throws cookout in the yard and invites them up in the yard and feed them and let them enjoy themselves and feel like they're a part of a community of that they are not forgotten.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why he does it, because he said some of these people went to high school with me and somewhere along the way they got lost, and he invite them in the yard and he cook out and let them hang out and just enjoy themselves, to let them know that regardless to what you're going through, we don't know because we haven't walked a day in your shoes, but somebody still loves you and somebody cares what's happening to you.
And that's what we should do as a community,
Exactly.
as a society. You have to look out for others. Extend a helping hand. Extend a smile. A smile can change somebody's day.
Yes,
some people,
can.
you don't know what they have been through. They wake up, you don't know, maybe they have fought all night. You don't know what these people have gone through, and then they walk down the hall and they see you and you look at them and you're like, oof. And they're thinking you're so arrogant. But a smile from you can change that person's whole day. Can make her feel, oh, hey, that woman, that doctor smiled at me. That lady smiled at me. Wow, I must be pretty special. You can make a difference in somebody's life. But we have to start asking ourselves, how do I contribute? Each of us should be a contributing individual in the society we live in.
Exactly.
By the way we live, by the way we talk, like we're doing now. We're sharing this. People are hearing this.
Yes.
We are contributing our own little 5 cents into this.
Right.
And I noticed that everybody that talks on this panel says God, God, God. So it looks like everybody is a Christian.
Put
so
him first.
I'm going to start with you, Dr. Ubosi. From a Christian perspective, what do you have for the viewers?
I will tell the viewers to think about God as omnipotent, omniscience, and omnipresent. And he gave us the law, the natural law. If you read in the Bible, Ezekiel 47 verse 12, it tells you that the fruit will be for your food and the leaves for your medicine. Yes. And if you go to Genesis 2, 1 verse 29 to 30, you see where it tells you what to eat. And many, many instructions in the Bible where he gives you the guideline. Compare it with what you're eating, and you see how far you've gone away from natural law, and that's how we broke the law that is killing us.
That's true. What about you, Robin?
Well, like you were saying, Dr. Okudo, I love the fact that you've got to care about your community, because you don't know what people are going through. Like you said, who knows? They may have been fighting all night. They may didn't even have a bed to sleep in. Some people could be living in their car, trying to make it, living on the street. So you don't, if you haven't walked one day in their shoes, you don't know what struggles they're going through. Be kind. Just give a smile and just say good morning, and just even just a soft tap, a smile. Do something positive throughout the day to encourage somebody else, because that could be the difference in them feeling loved and them going committing suicide or something. So you never know when the person is on the brink of taking their own life. From your smile, a smile could save a life.
That's true. What about you, Beverly?
I would say take care of yourself spiritually, time with God, in your word, building your relationship with Christ. As you do that, others will see. I make it my business daily to try to do something good, do something kind for someone.
For someone.
Even if it's just sending out a scripture on my cell phone or on Facebook, just to lift someone, and you would be surprised of all of the calls I get. Thank you, I really needed that. Oh, that was right, that hit me today. You know, you do it, you know, but you just never know how far and how deep it goes to help someone out. So I say, look, take care of yourself spiritually. Take care of yourself physically. And as you stated, you don't really have to go out and join a gym. I walk, I bike ride, I play basketball, I do jumping jacks and stuff at night before I go to bed. Usually I try to do it twice a day. Get me 2 segments of exercises. I try to drink more water. That was something I really struggled with. I try to drink more water and let the sodas go. No more sodas, no more Coke and Pepsi.
No more tea.
Haven't had any of that tea. That's what they said. That's what they was giving us at work. Everyday tea. I let it go. No more tea. Now, I'm not going to tell you I might not have some, you know, every now and then or occasionally, once or twice a year.
But at least you have
But
gone
I'm
down.
not every day
Yes.
like I used to.
You
That's
used
not.
to,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
good for your
It's not
body.
good for you.
And you try to, you know, you try, like she said, if we put the right things in our body, we won't have any illnesses.
Exactly.
Your green leafy vegetables, your fruit, your protein, drink plenty of water. And as we age and get older, we know things decline anyway, and things, you know, you should be taking a 1-a-day supplement. You know, doing something to build yourself up, build up your immune system, and the colon thing, that was very vital. That point about the colon.
Oh, yes, definitely.
That was very vital.
Yes.
Because I hear people tell me all the time, they don't have a bowel movement 3 times a day. Sometimes once a day. Sometimes not
once.
at all.
Sometimes
Once a
in
week.
2
Sometimes
weeks.
people don't
Yes,
exactly.
that's
I've known
crazy.
people. So where's all that food going?
Exactly. And you keep constantly eating.
And
So where is
you
the
still
food going?
you're eating your 3 meals plus a day.
And
So-
the reason why they constantly eating is they're not eating nourishing food, so the body is still hungry.
Right.
Exactly.
Because like she
Right.
stated, the fiber would take, if you get enough fiber in your body, it would be just like a machine. You'd have to hurry up and get to the restroom.
Exactly. Exactly.
It would take its natural course, just like your leafy vegetables. Lots of green stuff,
because it helps it.
green,
to-
yellow,
And when you
red.
change your lifestyle, by me changing my lifestyle, and people don't believe me when I tell them I literally go to the bathroom now 3 times a day. When I used to be constipated
A
for
lot.
like 3 weeks at a time and
that's
be like,
not normal.
oh my goodness, and that's not normal.
Constipation is not
But
normal.
and
For,
I try to eat organic food too, food with less chemicals in it.
poisons
And
in it.
yes, less chemicals, and my body, I can actually tell a difference in my sleep,
Your skin,
my skin, and you know,
Everything.
just how I feel overall in general.
more energy.
One thing I would like to say about the condition, that we have to pray that we have good leaders, because we have to have those in authority who will be interested in making sure the food in the market is the good one.
You are
Right
so
now,
right.
there are types of corns that are in the market that is generated and is very damaging to the cells.
Wow.
And many people don't even know it, and they're eating it, and many people have died because of this.
Wow.
Secondly, the government or the system or the leaders have to think about the level of stress and many laws that they put. You know, man's law is not God's law. And that's why many people who are Christian need to pray hard for the leaders, for them to be self-conscious and do the right thing and just not do it. There are many laws, but which ones are the right ones? One of them is God's law. Thank you.
Right.
And then finally, viewers, I will leave you guys with this. Remember, be very careful the way you live your life, because you might be the only Bible somebody is reading.
Amen.
Just the fact that you say you are a Christian, some people don't read the Bible. All they do is they look at you. When you smile, they smile. When you cry, they cry. When you're going through stress, they are watching how you're dealing with it. But they won't come and tell you, but they are watching you, because you are they don't have a Bible. You are their Bible. So be very careful how you live. And then health-wise, let us watch what we eat, including me, including all of us here.
Right.
Let us watch what we eat. Let us be careful what we put in, because what you put in is what
comes out.
That's what comes out. Garbage in, garbage out. What we put in is what we get. Cancer does not know any race, doesn't know any gender, geographical location, socio-economic status. Is not for the poor or for the rich. Is not for white. Is not for black. It's for everybody. It can happen to every human being has cancer cells. But it depends on what you eat, what you drink, your lifestyle that can trigger it to become the sickness, cancer. So let us be careful what we put in. Let us take me time. Take time to relax. Give yourselves a break. You are not committing any crime. It's not a sin. It's okay to sit back and relax. It's okay to sit back and watch a movie. Once in a while, go watch a movie. Hang out with your girlfriend. Hang out with your husband. Tell your husband, hey, it's movie night. Let's just go watch the movie. Leave the children at home. Mothers were always in the habit of taking care of every other person, and then we neglect ourselves. We are so busy taking care of the children, our husbands are neglected. We are so busy taking care of our husband, our children are neglected. We are so busy taking care of the husband and the children, our friends and families are neglected. Let us strike a balance.
Yes.
When you take care of family, take care of friends, take care of your work, then take care of you. Put yourself on a schedule. I do this, then this is me time. I get to wash my hair.
Right.
I get to go to the spa. I get to go do my nails. Yes. I get to just sit down and watch a movie. I get to do stuff. I tell my children all the time, now I've given everybody dinner. I have cleaned the house. Nobody should knock on my bedroom door. Nobody should call me. Don't shout, mommy. Don't say a word. You guys go to your room. You watch your TV. You do whatever. And my last baby will always ask me, but mommy, what if the house is burning? I said, that's the only time you can call me. Because I need to get out of this house. Okay. That's the only time you call me.
You have to cut your time off.
So we have to take time to enjoy ourselves. Okay? Thank you, Dr. Ubasi, for this first segment. We are coming back for another segment on this topic. Thank you, Miss Robin. Thank you, Beverly. And to my viewers, remember, you are wonderfully and beautifully made because you are unique. Goodbye. See you next time. Thank you.